Welcome back to Momentous Struggle. This is our continuing coverage of Adepticon 2024. This episode is round 3 of the Premier Showdown event featuring Dean versus Jeff. Dean will be running a Asajj Dooku list, and Jeff is running a Anakin Obi-Wan list. So Dean's full list is Asajj with Kalani and MagnaGuards, and then Dooku with Jango and the B1s. Jeff will be running General Anakin Skywalker with Cpt.Rex and his 501st, and General Kenobi with Barriss and the Republic clone Commandos. Let's go ahead and jump into our action. There is Count Dooku down, and we are off to the races.
Dun, dun, dun.
So yeah, Jeff rubbing his hands together, go ahead, and he's ready to go. They flip over the first struggle. So stick to the plan will be the ability, the Shadow Point ability.
That is the Force Refresh.
Exactly, refreshing Force when they have the Shadow Point card. Again, this is a May ability, so if they do not, they do not. And he drew Anakin right away.
Wow.
Definitely somebody you don't want to have up front.
Put that in reserve very quickly.
Went ahead and put that in reserve. And now we have Barriss going. That's a little crooked, but we're all right.
Yeah, it's okay. The light is making it a little shiny anyway, so it's
yeah. The sun's moved to that side of the table, so no.
Nice.
It is very close to a launch wave battle. You are correct. I mean, with like, everything is outside of the Barriss Commandos on Jeffrey's side. That's very close to it. And then you got B1s. You got Kalani. We have MagnaGuards. Who is the secondary under Dooku?
Let's see. Sorry, Jango. I was looking.
So yeah,
I was looking
everything on Dean's side is from initial launch as well. So yeah, that's fantastic. The objective on the bottom.
I think they just
right. No, they put it.
Oh,
it's right
just
down in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's blending in. So it's right in between the garage and that. The garage and the gantry. You can kind of see it right from in between those two, looking down in there. So yeah, it is kind of blending in a little bit with the orange of the mat itself. So basically, Barriss is kind of moving up to that center objective. She's going to be pretty much underneath the gantry, I think, underneath there as well. So she's right on that. I think that.
And we're getting the control tokens down.
So basically he has 3 points. Of course, for going first, not going to score. And here we have Kalani right off the bat. So that's
wow.
This is the second game in a row we've had Kalani on it as a turn one play. So that is
that is going to
that is right
start the race, right?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly where you want to be with from the start, is to get Kalani going. So definitely a fantastic play here for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have nightmares from my first few games against Kalani. So much movement.
Yeah, coming out like an initial launch, that Kalani was just really strong, especially if you played him with them. Kalani with the Dooku box and the B1s in there or something along those lines. He was a strong unit. Yeah, everyone's got their jackets on in here. We're at the far end of the of the hall here, so it's like we're close to the loading dock side. Yep. All right, so Kalani's getting. I think there's a little bit of a discussion at the table trying to figure out what can and can't be done. looking at just kind of where they can go measurement-wise and get in range.
So I think Daniel, the garage is really fun. It has what I like is it's kind of showcasing all of the different and unique rules of terrain, because you have it in the front. You have that little spot there where you can like hop through it, where your model can move, and then there's a ladder, and you put that little gantry on top, and it has that little hatch, so you can go. You can climb up the ladder and go through that hatch, which is really fun.
And the one thing to keep in mind is that the garage piece that they can kind of drive up on top of isn't actually connected, so you could just use it as another building, which would be fantastic. I mean, so it's kind of a modular piece if you don't want it to take as much of a footprint, but you still want to use the building itself. So I think it's a great piece of terrain to sit there and kind of make your table a little bit more dynamic for sure.
Yeah, I actually really like that they've made it so that you can just do something different every single time you play with the building. Right. You can even put, yesterday we saw them put one of the longer gantries just coming off the front of it, going over. So then when you were fighting there, you could be fighting. It felt like you were fighting in the garage,
yes.
which is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right. So still moving all of the Kalani movements from all the different droids and getting everybody going.
Kalani activation is always complicated on the first turn because you have so much you're doing.
Well, you're within range of everybody. I mean, you line up your deployments so in the hopes that you're going to be able to get this play and that, 15%-ish chance that you're going to end up pulling him.
Right.
I guess it's a little better than that if you wanted to shatter point him as well. All right, so that's the tactic ability. You went and got everybody spread out, kind of just go ahead and get everybody moving forward. And next we're going to basically look into what is it going to do. So Roger gets everybody moving forward.
Really, and there's still the rest of the activation.
Yeah, I mean, not really much of a target. I mean, if he wants to kind of move over and try and get a shot into Barriss, that is something that could be done. So doing tactical network right off the bat, basically to get in range of that point up on the top of your screen here, the center top objective. So basically gets the MagnaGuards right into range 2 of that. I'm not sure if they're going to be in range of a letter or not, but definitely in range of that for sure.
Yep, and looks like they're going to be taking cover.
Taking cover as well. So not taking cover. Basically, he was using tactical network out of.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
so
right.
Basically,
tactical network
he did a small dash, and he decided to take the hunker.
Do the hunker. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, so you can take a hunker, remove a condition.
I forget that tactical network does so many things.
Yeah, you don't have to attack with it. You can basically remove a condition from itself, or you can go ahead and get a hunker token. And now we have Kalani moving forward. Judge is just clarifying something for the players there. We have Liam, our judge, sitting ringside here just to make sure that everything's running smooth, and he's the man.
Yeah, you're the man, Liam.
He's like, yeah, I know. We don't have to tell him that. All right, and that's basically on point. It looks like he scored 3 points off of that, so didn't go up and take that point from.
Must have
Barriss.
been just outside.
Yeah. So didn't get there. So now he has the 5-0 first. So they are going to have to go because he still does have Anakin in reserve. And kind of looking at what he wants to do with the 5-0 first there.
I was going to say, it's been a minute since I've
since you've looked at the 5-0
first. 5-0 first. We should see. I know they have their defensive maneuver, and don't they give a strain, right?
They give a strain on their coordinated fire, and of course they have the brother-in-arms, where as long as they have a hunker token, they have steadfast. So, I mean, as again, taking them with Obi, you're always going to have that hunker token.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fantastic.
That ability is very good. I wouldn't be surprised to find that that maybe that Obi-Wan list is the anchor list, right? You're running that every round and then swapping through your various Republic. I'm not sure if that's what our player has been doing, but that's if I was taking Republic to a Premier Showdown, I feel like I would want General Kenobi's ability every single round, because those clones are pretty squishy, and those hunker tokens do so much with Obi-Wan's identity, because as you may recall, you can also remove those hunker tokens to recover and dash at the end of combat. So it's a great identity.
Right, without a doubt. So basically what we got going on here is they've gone ahead and advanced. Now you have the 501st on top on the same elevation as that active objective. So they are going to go ahead and flip that into their control. So you're looking at 4 points on Jeff's side as he ends this. I don't know what if he has another action, because he's probably had the defensive maneuver and a move. I think he's looking to see if he's got a good shot or if he just wants to take cover again. He is lining up to look at range. And the MagnaGuard. So yeah, it looks like he's lining up a shot into the MagnaGuard underneath him, because the MagnaGuards are kind of right underneath them at that lower level. And of course they are going to have line of sight, because they are that terrain that they're on is not going to block them from being able to do that. Rolling up some dice.
Let's see. Wow.
So five hits, 5 strikes, 1 crit. 2 blocks. I think that'll turn into a 3rd block there. Yep.
There we go.
So I believe that's 3 down the tree.
Right? Yeah. Man, that was a great first attack.
So it's going to be pin 2 damage, and then pin 2 damage and a strain for him. Here goes the second attack. A couple of failures on this one, but so not as good. Oh. Second one is shooting now. Those 4 failures, that is pretty rough.
Yeah,
that expertise is going to turn just into another strike. So 3 strikes, so good chance to block here. Yeah, they're definitely going to block.
Yeah.
The 3 expertise definitely going to block.
Yeah, that one's going to be a wash.
But he does flip the point. That's the more important piece to that. And that's going to move it 4, so it's going to his side. So now we flip Asajj.
Ooh, we're going to get to see some Death of Miriam dexterity, I think.
Well, he's going in the tank here. It looks like he may be thinking of the possibility of it if he wants to put her into reserve yet or not. Because she's, you want to decide when you're going to be using your powerful primaries. And again, Anakin can just come up and slap back because he is pretty strong. He is in reserve.
Yes, you do need to not be accidentally tactical.
At this level, you really want to sit there and be intentional with all of your actions that you're taking. Obi-Rex Commandos as Republic Anchor does seem pretty good. Yeah. Well, and it's not Rex. It's actually Obi-Barriss Commandos. He's not. Rex is with Anakin.
Yeah. But maybe we're just talking about lists we might play.
Yeah, and I mean we're also we're highly speculating. We haven't had the chance to, because we're just coming off lunch. We're letting the players get a chance to eat. We'll kind of analyze the top 8 once we get a chance to look at the top 8 and what the lists were for all of the top 8 players. Really have a chance to take a look at that as well. But like I said, we're sitting at 2. A lot of players sitting at 2-0 right now, and that's kind of where we're at. Both of these players are at 2-0 as well. So really kind of just trying to see, really who's going to rise to that 3-0 spot and really have a chance to fight their way into the final round of everything of tomorrow, or the final cut, I should say, for tomorrow. So basically looking at the top players, we have Jeff, who is sitting in first. Logan Weirda, who was on our table to begin with, first day of table of the day, continued his reign going 2-0 as well. Godliness, who we saw yesterday winning the team event, is currently at 2-0. Dave Vetter is 2-0. Kavan Singh, Cody Hawkins, O Reaper 84, Kevin Caldwell, Iceman, or is Dean as well, who was on this table as well. Alec Ryer, Dennis Harlan. Matt Butcher is still who was also on this table as well, sitting at 2-0. Amon from Hello There is also at 2-0, and Red Wolf from Wisconsin is also sitting at 2-0. So we have quite a bit of 2-0s here, 14 right now. So you really, this is where you need to, if you want to make that top 8 cut, this is where you're going to want to win this round for sure.
Yes. This round and the next, I think we're going to we're gonna start to see a little bit better what is performing well in this tournament.
Under which side? Okay, so yeah, Asajj, what is going to go be on our Dark Eye side? I think that was kind of part of the debate there, was trying to figure out what is the best side to have her on. Crit, that expertise goes to a crit and a hit. Eight successes total, basically. Blocking 3, so 5 are going through with Asajj.
Wow.
That is impressive for Asajj. I mean, so she's definitely getting her force push off here.
Yeah.
So really what we're looking at is he wanting to go on the side of violence and just do 7 straight damage and that push? Or is it the side of all of the conditions? Jumps with an action. So 7 damage, and yeah, so that was going into the 5-0 first, and I believe that's just going to put the 5-0 first down for the count. And that's again where we're talking about how squishy they are.
Yeah, that's the only downside of playing Republic is that if they can wound your clone troopers early, it's more difficult to get off those coordinated fires because they'll start to cost you a force. Oh! It's Shatterpoint time!
So definitely got the Shatterpoint going on here now. So now, definitely going to take a look. I mean, you still have Anakin in reserve.
Hey, Sam!
Hi, Sam.
Welcome to all the fun.
So basically, you're taking a look here. We have not seen the top 8 prizes at this point in time, so we're definitely waiting for some of that. We have seen some of the prize wall stuff. Oh, and you might as well let you know, get that mat out right there.
Speaking of which.
So this round, and I think unfortunately with this one for all of our people that are overseas, we're not going to be able to do this one. This is going to have to be local to the U.S. I think you're upside down with the logo. Oh, you're not.
Nope.
We're going to be going ahead and doing this Adepticon mat. It's a painting mat. It is self-healing, so if you do end up cutting on it, it is going to go ahead and do that. I did post probably a better picture than you're going to be able to see on our Facebook page. So we're going to be doing a trivia question a little bit later in the stream. And whoever can answer that question first will end up winning this. And Kimberly has been on fire. She won our first one and actually was the first person to answer our question the second time. Was gracious enough to give somebody else the win after the fact.
The Shatterpoint ability is Stick to the Plan. At the start of this unit's activation, refresh a force.
Yep. So it's the force refresh for this one. Yeah, she was lucky enough to win on both. I think he's still trying to decide who's going to... He made a gesture like he has to finally made a decision on who he's going to be moving forward with.
There we go.
He's going with Anakin. So we could see back-to-back Anakin activations from Jeff over here.
Yeah, that's always scary. I know. Everyone likes to talk about Vader as being the big bad of Shatterpoint, but Anakin has that I'm going to end this ability where he will just get another attack. So yeah, every time Anakin activates, you're always wondering who's going down. Who's going down?
Yeah, he has the ability to really just destroy anyone he comes into contact with. I mean, this is looks like he's just going to, his 501st got beat up on Asajj here. Now he's going to go ahead and just kind of work his way forward. I don't know if he's going to be quite within range. I don't know if he's going to be quite in range of the of Asajj there in order to get that.
Right, it does look a little iffy there on placement.
So he's just going to take cover. So interesting here. Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing here is he didn't have to go to that top level, and I don't know if that was just not knowing that of the rules. So one of the things to keep in mind is when you are climbing a ladder, you can get off on any level with that ladder. You don't necessarily have to go all the way to the top. So he did go all the way to the top. I think if he went to the bottom, he would have been able to be within range 1 of where that ladder is, because from the view I have, and a full advance may have gotten him into range. But he may have intended not to do that. But I don't know. I don't have a good answer for what his intent was there. I mean, we could probably pick his brain a little bit later.
I'll be right back, Todd.
You got it. So now we have Dooku coming up. So Dooku is going to go ahead and activate himself. He found a way to perfectly get himself on top of that point. Pretty excited about that as well. So yeah, just trying to see how far he can get forward with Dooku there. So definitely a awesome there. And then he's going to go ahead, because with his Stax's ability of Dooku, he is going to go ahead and move Jango forward as well. So now Dooku is going to get that full advance of his after that ability. Gets him kind of in range of that point. He's going to get in range of attack to potentially attack Barriss over here is what I think looks like is going to happen here. I think he's getting ready to go ahead and attack Barriss. So I think I hear that he is in his Makashi form. That is going to be 7 dice going into Barriss. Yeah, have a lot of failures there, unfortunately. So 2 expertise is going to turn into 2 crits, luckily, though, here. So basically 2 crits and a strike. More failures on the other side as well. Go ahead. So he is going to be able to block that 1, though. So only 2 going down the tree. So ultimately, that's pretty good. So definitely getting the 2 damage. So he's just looking at using the Makashi side. So it's going to be 3 damage no matter what. Just a matter if he wants to do the shove or the reposition. I think the shove might be where he's looking to go. Yeah, he looks like he's placing a range 1 tool there. Kind of lining up which direction they can be shoved. Got both players kind of jumping in there, trying to see where they can go with that. There's been clarification, as far as I remember, in the rules form in regards to ladders that you can get off at any point along the ladder. That I believe I would have to go and double check. I'm quite positive I saw that. Was that? Okay, now he's going to take Anakin out of reserve. So yeah, I believe I would have to go and look on the forums, and unfortunately I don't have that readily available, but I am quite positive that I do recall reading that somewhere in the forums that you can get off anywhere along the path of that ladder that would be a legal egress point. So in that particular situation for that, there's a ladder that goes up 3 levels, but there's only a point to get off on the on the 2 highest levels. So basically 3 up and 4 up basically is what we're looking at. So basically Anakin is now going to move forward and get in combat range of Ventress. There's 3 criticals there, 2 expertise, 1 strike. So a total of 5 crits here. He is going to go ahead and be able to block.
Whoa.
Yeah, 2 failures. Asajj, I don't believe Asajj has a way to reduce. Yeah. Oh, Asajj does have a way to reduce. That is, so basically, she is able to reduce. 4 of those crits are going to end up going through, though.
Thanks, Dad. Yep, I'm glad you're enjoying your pizza. And let's see. Ooh, how do we pronounce that name? Well, I'll just answer.
I think I addressed that one with the rulings on the forum, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So how much damage was that total?
8 damage, strain, and pin.
8
Ooh.
damage, strain, pin. So 1 short. I'm wondering if he's...
You did two-handed, right? So that's actually regular once.
Right. So I believe he has enough force. So he has enough force to this is going to go ahead, and I'm going to end this for 2-4. So basically he can go ahead and make an additional attack targeting that same unit.
I have a feeling that this is where the fun begins.
No, he's not using that ability.
No. I mean, no, not yet. Not yet.
So 3 crits, 3 strikes after everything is said and done. Blocking all the regulars basically when it's all said and done. I mean, so Anakin only needed to really get 1 here.
Just 3 through, so just damage.
So, yeah, well, he does. 3 through is going to get another strain basically, but that's basically just all damage. So it would have been a total of 8 damage going through here. I would have to look at the ruling. I am not 100% sure if it's you decide before the game begins or not. I thought it was something that you could do at any point in time during the gameplay. But like I said, I would definitely have to go back and look at the rules for him to make sure. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Great. I'm glad I am definitely glad you guys were able to catch some of our stream as well.
Yeah, we know life is happening. Things are going on. You know,
I believe
just glad that you're able to come in, hop in.
I know Curtis was on
action.
earlier, said that he was on his way to go play some games today. So maybe I mean he might be on his way to go with them. They're up in Utah, so they might be going to a local tournament together, all to play and everything like that. Yeah, those are our friends over at Zion.
Mm-hmm.
So they are definitely hopefully playing some Shatterpoint today. That's typically what they're doing, is playing some Shatterpoint on whenever they can. All right, so looks like we have put in. It looks like we put the MagnaGuard into reserve, and then
the MagnaGuards.
Yeah, the MagnaGuard. So it looks like we put the MagnaGuards into reserve, and we're going to go ahead and go with Jango. So he's just doing his focus here to go ahead and get that jump. Gets him in the position he wants there. And going to go ahead and do an attack just right into Barriss again. So Barriss is still sitting kind of in the middle of that bottom level of the garage. So going to go ahead and just put a shot right into her.
Right. And Rusty, I will happily let you win again. Right. It definitely was totally me letting you win when I was teaching you how to play. Come on.
All right, so another solid attack here. You got 2 crits, and then it is Jango, so 3 of those expertise are going to turn into 2 more crits. So you're looking at 4 crits total.
Yeah, we're going to Crit City here.
Yeah, I mean, and then 1 regular strike.
Wow. These dice are on fire so far.
All right, they definitely are. So 3 blocks here. I don't think that's going to get you any type of reduction. So Jango's going 4 down the tree. We're looking at least 5 damage. I don't think it depends. He may want to do his capture wire or his jetpack, because he is going to be able to have his ability to do so.
I was waiting for Rusty to respond, because chat, he beat me fair and square. Rusty's played a lot of tabletop gaming, so even though it was his first time playing Shatterpoint, He kicked my butt.
He is a very accomplished miniatures player in his own right. I would say he's a very good miniatures player. One of our locals again. So definitely a good player. So I would not be sad to hear that.
He went on the top to
Yep.
shoot to do 7 damage. He gets 6 left, and he gets a strain.
Got it. So so basically he decided to go this top route there. I don't think a capture wire was the right way to go anyway. And
No.
basically if you just go the top route, you get the jump for free either way, but this one you're getting additional 2 damage. So basically a total of 7 damage, a strain, a shove, and a jump is going to be the way that he's going here. Basically he's just going to kind of jump a little bit farther onto that point because you don't have to go the full movement tool, of course.
Yeah, anywhere along it.
Yeah, rule says yes to getting off in the middle of the ladder. I don't think there's any timing where you have to make a decision pre-game. I don't think there's a rule 0 side to that. So thanks for that confirmation there, Daniel.
Yeah. Yes. Apologies, everyone. My phone is acting up, so not able to just pull up rules at the moment, unfortunately. And we are trying to talk to you, so we don't always have time to.
And I don't want to distract
that
from the
information.
game here as well. I mean, I want to make sure that we are giving full advantage here. So we did pull the clone Commandos, and he's looking. I mean, where he wants to go, what kind of movements he's going to want to take with them. I definitely want to get those Commandos up in the fight at this point in time. Getting them forward and starting to do some real damage is really kind of what we're looking for with the Commandos. So it looks like he's doing a full advance here. Just bring them up to the opening of that garage. So they can just kind of stare down Jango from the other side of the garage. Kind of a old Western movie hallway type of a thing here. I like it. Looks like we're just measuring out to see if he's in the appropriate range because it looks like there's only 1 force left here, and he does have at least 2 cards left in his order deck, so I don't think he wants to do that. And I believe that's going to be Rex and Obi-Wan are going to be the 2 left in there. So go ahead and put a shot into probably Rex here. 2 expertise is going to be just 1 crit, so it's going to be 1 crit, 2 strikes. Ooh, a lot of failures there.
Wait, Rex.
Not into Rex, into Jango, I should say.
Yeah.
You know, his clone daddy. And the next attack, again, those 2 expertise are going to just turn into 1 crit. So 1 crit, 2 strikes. Again, blocking the strikes. Yeah, just a total of 2 damage going through. That is the end of the turn. Moves to the struggle tracker. Not quite there yet.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that Mace took care of Jango when he did, because it would have been really weird watching Jango fight clones.
All right, here we go. Shatterpoint on Dean's side.
It's Shatterpoint time.
Yep, so definitely getting the Shatterpoint going here.
Yep,
Full
so got that
force.
Wow. Oh boy.
And he's kind of measuring out where he wants to go. I think it looks like he's looking at a Dooku activation here.
Oh, yeah, it looks like the Duke Meister is going to come out to play.
I think Dooku's just kind of charging forward. I don't know who else he's getting ready to...
Probably those Commandos, right?
No, well, he basically still has the other move, yeah, so he's going to go ahead and get those B2s moving forward as well.
Yep, roger. The B1s are moving up.
And kind of coming around the corner here and looking to make sure that he is within that range. So he is looking to advance. I think he's trying to get back.
Yeah, so
getting kind of on the other side of that garage is where he's looking to go. He did lay out that range 2 tool. And he's going into... I kind of swore he said MagnaGuard. I know he doesn't have MagnaGuard that he would be shooting into. So I think the only people on that side... Oh, the MagnaGuard going to follow with their MagnaGuard ability. That's why he said MagnaGuard. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, protection protocols.
For protection protocols, correct.
Yep, and then climbing up onto the middle objective.
And so he got onto that side. He's going to go and put a nice little attack into those clone commandos.
Oh boy, I'd be very scared if I was those clone commandos. Count Dooku's getting
up close and personal.
Yeah. I thought Barriss was wounded. Isn't Barriss wounded?
She is.
Yeah, Barriss was wounded. Yeah. Or not was. Barriss is wounded.
Yes. At the time that the movement happened, she was wounded.
Yes. Yes. I can words. I promise, everyone.
All right, so an attack here. Quite a bit of expertise. I do see a crit. He is going at it, adjusting those expertise right as they come out the door. So after the expertise adjustment, we're looking at 3 crits, 3 strikes, and 3 straight blocks, 2 failures. So all of the crits will be going through here. So 3 down the tree.
Man, that's...
So we're going a total of 5 damage here, a shove and an expose on them. So it isn't going to be quite... Did they... Oh, they didn't... They didn't have a hunker token on them? I wasn't sure if they had a hunker on them or not. So they do have... They should have protection, so at least that would be going down to 4 damage. I'm not sure if you caught that or not for the protection. And I don't believe they had a hunker token on them. So that would be... There would be no steadfast at that situation. So yeah, so they would... That one shove would happen, which doesn't really matter. They weren't on a point anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure what. So now we are looking at Rex has come up. Rex has his get a move on soldier ability. So we are looking at activating that. It looks like he's going to get Obi up into the fight.
Excellent. This is what I've been waiting for, everyone. I was hoping to get to see General Kenobi, and I am. I am satisfied.
And it does give Obi a hunker token, which of course is just going to be going away as soon as his next activation happens.
Hey, Obi-Wan likes to, take cover and hide instead of fighting the battle droids. It's all right. And Anakin's the one who's just getting up and walking out and then, committing war crimes.
That's fine. He was driven to that. It wasn't his fault. All right, it looks like we're going to get... He's measuring out a full advance here for Rex now. Trying to get just Rex up into the fight.
Yeah, it makes sense. And dear viewers, remember when we see things and we tell you about things, we do not intervene. So
Dooku does get he does get a free dash, but again, that's a May ability. So It is one of those things where we are not going to intervene and let them know what they can or cannot do. If something just does not get taken, an action doesn't get taken, that's on them. So here's the Rex attack. It should be a ranged attack, which doesn't impact the expertise tree all that much. It was 2, so it turns into 2 strikes. So a total of 5 strikes.
Wow.
1 critical. Here comes a defensive roll.
Rex is great.
Yep. That is a lot of expertise, though.
That might be too much. Is Rex attacking? I can't quite tell who that is.
4 spaces, and who were they attacking? All right, so they were attacking that MagnaGuard.
Got it. So that was a ranged attack. It's hard to tell with Rex because all of his dice is the same.
Yeah.
he just gets to be good everywhere.
Exactly. So he went with the bottom row there. That's going to be a shove, 2 recovers, and a pin, and a total of 3 damage.
Very nice.
So some good displacement there. He's going to shove him off of that point that he was sitting on, up on top there, which is, 2 shoves is exactly what you need to get someone off of a point. But I don't think that's going to do it because he actually didn't get him all the way off the point, off of that top gantry right with that first shove. So I think that's he might still be within range, so you still are going to have to get someone up top.
Yeah. Well, that's remember this is Sabotage Showdown, so that one's not active anyway. I know we're talking about positioning for later.
For the next round, of course. Yeah, that's where I was thinking. So that goes in and moves the struggle tracker back into 1 onto Jeff's side. And Dean's just doing a little bit of pre-measuring just to kind of figure out where everybody is, because he knows that the MagnaGuard are somebody that he has available to him in reserve. And I am not sure who his last activation is going to be.
Have the B1s actually gone yet? Because I know they got moved up from Kalani.
I don't think it was the B1s. I don't think they've gone yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes in and draws the B1s, and they're right up front, so like right here in the front. We'll go ahead and get you a little bit different of a view for a little while there. He's just trying to line up the range for the B1s there so they can try and get an attack into those clone commandos at the far end of the garage.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Dooku is still in reserve because that was the shatter point.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Dooku. No, that's the MagnaGuards in reserve.
Or MagnaGuards?
Yeah, that's the MagnaGuards in the reserve.
Oh. See, the shine on these sleeves are such that like I can just see a character's posing. I can't actually see it.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, we have the MagnaGuards are in reserve. So basically, they're going to move those B1s forward. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the other ones into a range where they can do attack. He's definitely getting some measurements out, just trying to make sure who he can sit there and hit. I don't think he has line of sight on anybody other than those commandos, though. It's kind of hard to tell from here. Maybe from the other side of the garage. I'm gonna have to go up back up to that overhead level so we can see what they can see. Yeah, so if we look at the overhead level, and I'll go ahead and come back over here to where they're looking, they are gonna have that alleyway to be able to have line of sight into General Kenobi over there. Kind of moving that piece of gantry just so they can make sure that they're both getting him positioned exactly, that they're legally positioning that model. And carefully placing the gantry back in place. If it only was that easy to perform construction.
Oh, man.
Just bring a giant human in, move that.
A giant person just running around picking up buildings.
Yeah, works. All right, so got all the placements exactly where they want, and it looks like we're going to start doing some attacks. B1's going to go into those clone commandos, and the clone commandos are hurting a little bit, so I don't think they need a lot of successes to go through, but they are going to need a couple.
Yeah, I believe just
one or two should probably do the job here, but we will see.
Well, they do have protection. Oh wow, it's
a lot of strikes.
That's a very good roll, but they are all blockable.
They are all blockable. So that's 6 successes. 2 looks like 3. Maybe 3 blocks. One of those was a block already. Yeah. So 3 blocks. So 3 going through.
But three's gonna do it.
Yeah, that'll be 4 damage, a reposition, and an expose.
So we have Dean, who is on the left. He is the one playing the Separatist list. And then we have Jeff on the other side playing the Galactic Republic.
And this is round number 3. So both of these players are sitting at 2 and 0. So basically what we will do is, after next round, we'll be cutting to a top 8, which we will be showcasing tomorrow on stream. The next attack, looks like there is 2 crits in there, 3 strikes.
Wow.
And 1 expertise, which will turn into another strike. So that was going, I believe, into OB2 here. Yeah, that's OB2 type of defense dice. 3 failures. Looks like he's going to have quite a few blocks. That expertise isn't going to do enough. Or is going to reduce 1 of those, so he's going to be able to. So only 1 going through, 1 damage into OB1.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when battle droids try to take out a Jedi.
You are very welcome. That is part of why we are here, is to let you know what's going on.
And Rusty, you're right. They built a whole moon. I mean, they could probably figure out how to get some
maybe it was
Jedi
a
construction workers.
Maybe it was a giant person that was over there just building the Death Star, just taking those pieces from the prison and just putting them together. You know what? Like a little Lego. It was a Lego Death Star for him, and he was just putting it together and just threw it up into space and said, "Hey, let's go." I don't know. It's been a long weekend, guys. So I apologize. I'm going a little crazy here. That's all right.
That's all right. That's all right. I was loopy on the first day. You get to be loopy on day 3.
In general, the Ewoks have not. They've been doing about 500, I would say. I think both of the 2 Ewok players that we do have, I think, are both 1 and 1. So right now, I mean, they're doing okay. I mean, they're holding their own. Again, I think it was our view from the start that they were not the most competitive list. I mean, if you out there, but they are a good list. So I think if you have a good pilot of Ewoks, you're definitely going to have a good showing with them. And they're sitting at 500 right now. I think they're both 1 and 1.
Yeah, and remember, the box did just get released.
Yeah.
I mean, people are probably still assembling, painting. We'll probably see more Ewoks.
And they don't have the reps with them either. I mean, I think that people are going to have like looking at Jeffrey here. He's playing a list that pretty much has been out since release. Okay, so a focus, coordinated fire from the Commandos, which should be giving exposed. And a nice attack into here. So it looks like, oh my goodness, a lot of expertise. 2 crits, 2 strikes.
Was that?
He is on form 4. So that's going to become basically those 4 crits, 2 crits, 2 strikes. So it's a total of 4 crits that are going to be there. Again, I believe he exposed him correctly with the clones?
No, they do. Don't they just do damage?
Oh, that's correct. They just do damage.
Yeah, the Commandos, it's the ARFs that do the
there you go.
The coordinated fire expose. But I'm actually
2 successes through? 3 successes through.
Wow.
So, and he is on his form 4 Arturu side. So, exactly, Rusty. They blew it up, built it again. Okay, so they decided to go the route of 5 damage, a shove, a disarm, and expose. It's going to be interesting to see this shove here because they're all kind of in a very small, close proximity to one another. Getting that shove to go off is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But the disarm and expose is I think the more important piece of it because you're shutting off expertise on both sides there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I do. Yes, Rusty, you are correct. They did build it, blow it up, built it again. So there had to be something going on there.
And then do it again with a planet.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean there's got to be a good explanation for everything that's been going on there. This has been a crazy long struggle one. We're over an hour from the start time of this match right at this point in time.
Wow. Just checking in with the judge really quick here. So, everyone, you're listening to us, but you can talk too. Tell us, what would you play if you were here at Adepticon? One guy working a ton of overtime. Yeah, that's I don't know. Do you think the Emperor is an overtime kind of guy? I get the feeling that Imperial HR might be lacking in the benefits. Yeah.
Yeah, the judge over here was just kind of noticing things like small things like right there. I don't know. I believe he had the force for twice the price, double the fall to sit there and turn some of those into failures.
Yeah. Well, and also, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he have a force for Hello There, or had he used all of his force?
I believe he used all of his force.
Oh, okay, all right. That makes me feel a little better.
I'm
because I wanted to say the line, but then I didn't get to say the line.
Yeah, I believe he used all of his force. Just there is that's kind of the risk of when you're running a clones list, because they are very force intensive, and then you have Obi-Wan coming out at the end of your order deck. You may not have the force available just because of the way the course of play ran.
Okay.
So that was the end of the struggle.
So now the Shatterpoint ability is going to be press forward. At the start of this unit's activation, each character in this unit may dash.
So go with this orientation.
Okay, and then they're choosing the top of We Need More Time. So we're going to have the top left objective, the middle objective, and the top right objective is what's going to be active now. And it is from left to right, shield, expertise, and the failure symbol. So of course there's a little bit of work that has to be done here while you're getting all of the tokens where they need to be, the objective set up.
And I didn't see that we had those out for them on the table as well, so they started pulling out their own collection of stuff and then realized, oh no, they're right there on the table. So
yeah.
And that is going to be the failure symbol, so it's going to be on Jeff's side, every side.
And I do agree with you, Daniel. The free dash, yes, please, every time. That's the one I just want every time, please.
All right, so they drew Anakin. Anakin is going to go immediately into reserve, and he is not happy about this.
It's Shatterpoint time.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted Shatterpoint time. Like based off of Jeffrey's reaction, he did not seem very happy with that one.
Know.
All right, so.
But
he's taking it with a smile, so that's all right. What are you gonna do? The RNG of the game.
Yeah.
Yep. So basically, yeah, he has the Shatterpoint now here. Looking around, trying to figure out what the best option is in order to sit there and take these points. So looking at the center objective, no one is actually at elevation on that center objective. Same with the rear objective. Again, moving the... So he is going to go ahead and go with Obi-Wan, it looks like. Ends within one. And he is going to go ahead and get up on top of that ladder. And exactly, what is the best place for Obi-Wan to be? It's on the high ground.
Yeah. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
So, yep. So that is basically with his take cover. Now we look at 3 points scored here for Jeffrey right off the bat. Pretty good. Ends up on the failure point, so one that Jeffrey is already controlling. So that is pretty good for him, a good start for him to sit there and get back in the fight here.
Right.
Dean going a little in the tank, just trying to make sure, plan out his best plan of attack for this activation.
Well, he flipped over.
He did pull Kalani. He's decided to put
reserve.
Kalani into reserve. And here comes the MagnaGuards.
Which, it's great to reserve Kalani because you get to do it for free.
Yeah, Kalani going in for free is fantastic. It is one of those nice things.
At least until Gideon arrives.
Yeah, once Gideon gets here, Gideon's going to sit there, has something to say about you not playing the cards that come up. Rex is always Rex. That is true.
Absolutely.
All right. So while he's going ahead and measuring this out, I am going to go with our next question. So,
drum roll at home, everyone.
I am looking for the full name and rank of this particular character. Again, I'm going with a theme here for the last, following with the other ones. This is going to be a sequel trilogy question. So rank and full name of this character. And the clue for this, okay, going into Rex. So 1 crit, 2 crits, 3 strikes. Those blocks. Well, it looks like 1 crit. So basically, It looks like the crit's just going to go through. So 1 through, a push and a damage. So the question being, again, this one unfortunately is going to be open only to people in the United States for the purposes of shipping, because I want to make sure that this one actually gets to you because it's a big package. So basically what the question is what character did Carrie Fisher's daughter, Billy Lord, play in Star Wars? Looking for full name and rank. Billy Lord, Carrie Fisher's daughter. What character did she play in Star Wars?
Dun, dun,
She was in 2 of the movies.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know Kimberly might not be on here to answer for a 3rd time in a row, so we'll see what happens. Let's see whose Google skills are at their best right now.
Right, I am a librarian. My job is basically to Google things for people. I'm waiting.
And if the spelling is off a little bit, that's fine as well. And this is again for that really cool Adepticon mat, that hobby mat that we got from Adepticon to give away. Maybe I gave too tough of a question.
Everyone's like, but I'm watching this on my phone. I didn't have time.
All right, so the Commandos. Looks like the Commandos are back up and running.
Okay then.
Close. Let me double check. So my answer, the one I had on was a little different, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and look and see if they have that at somewhere else as a different answer. I'll go with the IBD. There it is. So Heather had it with Kadel Connix. That was the correct answer. Kadel Connix. And I'll double check to make sure, because that's the answer that I had.
Right.
She did not have the Organa name.
So this attack is going into the B1s.
Because she wasn't an Organa, she was not Leia's child. She was just there. Missed it by that much. I know. So, Heather, what we are doing here is there are 2 ways for you to get your prize. I can go ahead and mail it to you. If you want that mailed to you, just go ahead and reach out to me through Momentous Struggle, our Facebook page. Just go ahead and send me a direct message. Or
Damage and a pin with the first shot.
4 damage and a pin with the first shot. Or if you have
He's
someone,
on 7, so close.
so I'll put them on 7. Or if you know somebody locally here at Adepticon, you can have them come to the streaming area for us, and we can hand that off to them, and they can carry it home for you, so you get it, maybe getting it a little faster. Either one is fine with us, whatever works best for you.
Wounded and strained.
Wounded and strained. So basically, whatever works best for you, but go ahead and shoot us a message, and my goal is to get everything out on Tuesday when I get back.
Yes. Yes.
Annie,
And-
so it's
and-
Annie Rex 501st, and then Barriss is under Obi-Wan. But yes, those are all of the people that are being played. Correct. Annie Rex 501st, and then Obi, Barriss, Commandos. Pretty solid
there
list.
you go. And thank you. We were going to get to it eventually, but I appreciate the assistance, chat. We're doing a lot over here, doing a lot.
And Kenny, good to see you in chat as well,
Yes.
Mr. Kenny Brown.
Hello, hello.
All right, so now we're looking at, again, going kind of in the tank of what's going to be the best option for him as well. I mean, we're pretty close on Jeffrey's side to winning this struggle.
Right?
So it looks like he is going to go off the top of the deck with Jango.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh, Heather. So Heather won the match. Heather,
No, she can't.
she can't? Dan says you can't. I'm sorry.
She's gonna be real mad now. I'm just kidding.
He's joking. He's joking. He's totally joking. So I'll make sure I'm handing it to Dan right now. It's on him now. He is.
She actually won it.
She won it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, I got lost in transit.
He says sorry, got lost in transit. So that's on. I gave it to Dan. It's on him.
That's awesome.
Taylor says he won't. Taylor says saying he won't give it to you. No,
Wow.
Taylor's being really mean over here. He's saying no, heck no, I'm not doing it. Oh look, he's coming over
You can
now.
come get your own mat, Heather. You can come get your own mat.
I know these professional casual people are not very nice today.
I know. What's going on?
That's how you show your love. That's the northern upstate New York love right there, I guess.
Wow. All right. Come on.
All right, so Jango jumps up there, and it looks like he's going to pump a shot into. Who is that shooting into?
We'll find out
Yep.
momentarily.
Dan is very jealous. That is very true. Who is he shooting into? Shooting Sexy Rexy.
Rex.
He
Okay.
capture wired Obi-Wan. but-
Capture wired Obi-Wan shooting into Sexy Rexy. Okay, makes sense. There's, again, lots of crits right here. Dean is rolling hot.
No, Rusty. He's attacking Obi-Wan. He's not attacking Savage.
There is no Savage here.
No, he's saying Savage.
No, it's not Savage. Rusty, wrong character. And he got a strain from that as well.
Wow.
So Heather's being very aggressive and telling me in all caps, bring me to the con next time.
Right.
You were invited.
They said you're invited. I don't know. I don't want to be involved in this anymore. I feel like I'm being.
Yeah, mom and dad are fighting. I don't know.
I feel like I'm being dragged into something I shouldn't. All right. So pulls that back a little bit. We're looking at it. So there is a path here, depending to winning this struggle. He's only 3 away. So it's not. It really kind of depend. I don't know where the priority.
Lindsay, she's nice.
It's okay. So they gave it to Lindsay, Heather. I think
Oh,
you're in good shape now.
yeah.
PCN
Yeah,
Mom is
PC
going to take care of you.
Yeah, PC and mom.
Hey
will-
Dan,
will do it.
have we figured out where the where the priority point is yet?
Top right.
Okay, so the priority point is the back right, and I believe we still have.
Rusty, do you need another army? Do you? Come on.
So who gets to take home the big cool screen behind?
I don't think we get that.
That would be fantastic.
That would be awesome, right?
But I believe AMG wants to keep that for future use.
Yeah.
But yes, that would be pretty awesome if we were able to have that as a backdrop for anything else we do in the future. But yeah, I don't think they're willing to part with it that quickly.
Yeah, I also am not sure that it would fit in my suitcase. It's a little bit too big.
I don't think the wife would be too happy with me bringing that home either.
Oh no, we can keep it at my house. It'd be fine.
Is that what's going to happen? And who was that he... Oh, so is he going with Anakin? No, it's Rex moving Anakin, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. Rex doing his get a move on, soldier.
And then gives him that hunker.
I just love the flavor of all the abilities being the character's famous quotes.
Recovers to get rid of strain.
He's shooting and coordinated fire to get
Strain. So it looks like Rex is going to be going a shot. Rex is going to go a shot into the MagnaGuards. It's going to do that coordinated fire. Looks probably from the 501st.
Yep.
And going to go ahead and do his normal attack. Doing a little bit more measurements before he jumps down that shooty road. 2 damage, 2 shoves was the... So he went on the bottom track there. So for the 2 damage, 2 shoves. Isn't going to get the... I don't think that's going to be enough to do any type of a wounding. 2 damage is pretty light. Kind of just trying to determine how a shove can work. Okay, now we're bringing the judge in. Quick judge call. I think they're kind of trying to figure out which way the shoves are going to be going. It is a 90-degree angle, and that's what I think what they're kind of talking is where is that 90 degrees going to be.
And hey, how much damage is on? We're after.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So definitely not going to wound the MagnaGuards here, but let's see. Hi there, William. Welcome. So we are already past an hour actually into this event. So and they can
into
take
this match, yeah.
This match. Excuse me. And so.
We're
have what?
About an hour and a half into it. We're getting pretty close to mission critical time at this point in time. I'm not, so I'm waiting for the judges to. So yeah, we're getting
7
near that time, and not quite yet. We are close to the end of Struggle 2 at this point in time. The player on the left, that is Dean. He has won Struggle 1. The player on the right is Jeffrey. He is without a struggle win at this point in time, but looking pretty close to being able to do some damage here and potentially get that struggle. So now we're going with Kalani. And who is Kalani shooting into?
Hey Dan, who is Kalani shooting into? Rex.
And Kalani is going right back into Rex now. There's quite a few crits there, so it looks like 3 going through with Kalani.
Oh, that's the magic number,
That
right?
is the magic number for Kalani, so that's definitely right in the wheelhouse. That wounds Rex anyway, but that is the magic number that's going to get that coordinated fire off.
And tactical.
Yep, the tactical network's going to end up going off. Does get a shove in there as well, so it's...
Tactical net. Oh, tactical
Say
net.
tactical maneuvers.
We'll
We were pretty
figure
close.
this out.
We got there. Tactical. Yeah, right. So yeah, Dan, a little misplay on Dan's splice there. Not tactical maneuver, tactical network, but you know what? There is a defensive maneuver, so you were in the right place here with the defensive maneuver, tactical network. You know.
Hey,
Yeah, clones and droids, they all look the same. Well, the clones all look the same. Droids all look the same because they're all metal.
I mean,
It's not wrong.
you're
Might not be right, but I'm not wrong. B1s now are going to tactical network into the Commandos.
yeah. Todd,
Am I
I
hurting your
don't like
brain already?
it. I don't like it. You're right, but I don't like it. Oh man.
So it looks like 4 strikes, 1 crit. A lot of expertise in here. 3 expertise for the clones. Again, it's clones. They're supporting units. They're not going to have the greatest of expertise charts.
No.
But it is blocking. So basically, this activation, 2 wounds. Commandos will get a reposition off of this, but that's 2 wounded characters in the same activation. The power of the droids showing off right here.
Right. That is wild. Oh, and
B1's got their own reposition as well.
Yep.
yes, the B1s are going to reposition, and William. Another detail. There was a turn.
I sound like Palm Krell.
Oh. Oh boy. Yeah. No.
I do
don't-
like Palm
don't
Krell. Me and Will were talking about like how he would love to design that character. I would love to see that character in this game. I don't know if it's coming or not. That would be amazing.
I don't like that either. What are you doing, Todd? No. No. What's he gonna do? Kill his own clones?
That's kind of like I'll get the. That is one of the first things I want to do is get that interview up. Is the interview that I did with Will Schick, so that I can put that up. It'll go up on our YouTube channel as soon as I have a chance to start doing all of the editing. So I think that's going to be one of the first things I put up. Is that it was amazing just listening to him because I asked heal first. Yep. So that was the main question I asked Will was if you could design any character that you wanted, what would that be? And Palm Krell was his choice, and it's a very interesting design space because do you design him when he was the general before we knew what that he was fighting for the Empire, and he was on the dark side at that point in time, because he knew something was going on, so no, not confirmed at all.
No, not confirmed. Just come on.
I mean, to be fair, I'd be saying the same thing, Jason. If the roles were reversed, I'd be like, PCN said it. So no, not confirmed at all. But it was a very interesting conversation. It would be really great to see if that happened. Focus attack with the 5-0 first.
Oh, I do like that idea, giving him an Empire-like ability that deals damage to.
And that is exactly what he was talking about, was to kind of bring that into play. That was if you again, I will get that interview up as soon as I can, because it was very enlightening to listen to. Just Will talk about all of the different things that go on in his mind when he's in that design space. All right, so pretty to go through on this attack by the 501st. A pin and 2 damage, and who was that going into? Into Jango. 2 and 2 damage. A pin and 2 damage going into Jango. Now another attack. They are in mission critical at this point in time.
Oh,
Ooh.
2 and a crit.
3 damage because he's already pinned.
3 damage because he's already pinned. And it looks like Jango is still up here. It wasn't enough to put him down. So not flipping that point.
Yeah, I am also going to be excited to watch that interview because even though I was here, I had too much to do. I did not get to just hang out and listen to the interview.
All right, so the back point that he has, primaries in the back. Here comes Dooku. So let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. You're going to be getting 1 for mission critical. It's going to get close. I think he's going to, if he can get a wound here, he's going to fill up his momentum.
Right?
Because he's going to get 1 there. I mean, and it's a tight race right here. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, this game is going to be this struggle is going to be very close.
Yeah, I mean, that's the right play, I think, is there to stick with Dooku. You don't want to put him into reserve. Again, can't off the top of my head, I remember exactly who he has in left in his order deck. Pivotal move here. Going to use the Dooku ability, his tactic ability, to kind of get him moving in a general way. I mean, because you can, if he can flip that 1 last point somehow.
Right.
That's 4 points. A wound, 4 points. 2. That would be enough.
That would do it.
Because, like I said, you are getting the 1 momentum. Yeah. So he's already got 3 points, which is going to get you to 0. Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be an extremely key activation.
Right, so Dooku did his dash. Now it looks like his full move, full advance. He's just double checking that his opponent doesn't have any kind of tech abilities to jump out of the way. And he's going to roll a 7 dice melee attack into Anakin.
Oh.
Anakin and he is in. Dooku is still in Makachi. I'm not sure who is alive over on that side. There are a lot of models. That is 2 crits, 4 strikes.
Wow.
Here comes that defensive roll.
Oh boy.
3
I
failures is a little rough there.
I think the Separatists are going to win this episode of Clone Wars.
4 successes are going to be going through here. You could be looking at a total of 7 damage into Anakin. I think either way it's going to be 7 damage. Yeah, no matter what you're looking at, 7 damage into Anakin. It's just going to be a matter of what are they going to do. Shove could happen here. You could have a shove expose. You could have a reposition shove. 7 damage and expose. And the shove. So he did go shove, 7 damage, and an expose. Not sure what this is going to do. Does that wound Anakin? Okay. So that does not wound Anakin.
So not quite there.
Not quite enough. But he is shoving Anakin off that point. Double checking to see the range. I'm not sure if Anakin is off the point or not. From up here, it looks like they might be, but it's hard to say. It looks like he flipped the point. Yeah.
Oh,
looks like he flipped the point. So now he's scoring 4 points here.
Yeah.
He is
not wound, but that's very close.
Very, very close. Top right is priority again. So the 1 point that Dooku just took has now become the priority point again. So that is going to be a key point to try and steal back.
Let's see. So Obi-Wan is in.
He does have Obi-Wan in reserve. Obi could get over there, and he is sitting on 4 force right now as well. So it's really interesting to see.
Are we going to get to do the thing?
Well, we'll see.
Are we going to get to do the thing?
He's going to go. He's in the tank.
Right. This is a pretty important moment. You gotta, if you're going to get back in this game, you got to be careful here. And yes, it's time for General Kenobi to enter the chat.
Yeah, it looks like he went with Kenobi.
Dan, did he do the thing?
Oh yeah, let's not give too much away. He doesn't have to do it right off the bat.
I know.
So
That's why I said the thing.
Yeah.
Trying to be secret.
looks like he's... Has to be the MagnaGuard he's attacking. He did
Hello
the
there.
thing. He did hello there, but
Yeah, but is it gonna be on?
he had to go in the MagnaGuard.
Wait, I thought
The MagnaGuard are over there for the for the bodyguard.
Oh, right, of course.
So the MagnaGuard are over in that 2 crits. So yeah, the protection protocols,
does wound them.
not bodyguard, but protection protocols, basically allowing to keep Dooku from getting that attack going into him. Again, MagnaGuard just being did not score anything that round. Basically, it's just that Dean will just have to go ahead and take his turn
Now,
and wins the game.
now, of course, they are still playing because of
Tiebreakers for wounds. They definitely want to go through and finish up because there are going to be tiebreakers for the wounds. So basically he did shatter point here.
Wow.
So basically just going to be able to, and Dan, what was the attack? What did he do?
It's
What was the attack here?
time.
And who was, yeah, so it was, I'm assuming Dooku into Anakin? Dooku going into Anakin with the shatter point activation just to try and get that wound for tiebreaker purposes. Yeah. That was enough to wound him. That is the match. That is the match. What a game. What a game.
Wow.
Very well played by Jeff. Very well played. I mean, so yeah, amazing game by both players.
That turn 1 Kalani was pretty rough, though.
I mean, basically Dean just put his foot on the gas and just kept on going.
Yes.
Is really what it turned out to be. And that was the conclusion of round 3 of the Premier Showdown event at Adepticon 2024. Again, congratulations to Dean for a well-fought round 3 battle there. I do want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and may the Force be with you.